everyone, and welcome to Engineer's Edge, a podcast by iSquare IT. In this podcast, we answer your queries related to engineering as a profession. Right from what is engineering, who can pursue it, what is the process, everything. In this episode, we have Palak Ojha with us. Hi, Palak.
Hello.
So, Palak, you're good in academics. You're a good dancer too. I've seen you dancing. Yes. You have honored as a Best Student Award, and you are an entrepreneur too.
Yeah.
So, too many dimensions to your personality. So, I want to understand who is Palak.
So to begin with, everything starts from home. So in that terms, I'm the eldest daughter who has a lot of responsibilities. Coming to the college life, I am a person, considering I've been through a lot of things and with a lot of people. So I'm a person who will be available to anybody for help. And then I'm a person majorly who loves exploring, as you can see, as you just mentioned. So exploring includes a lot of domains in terms of technicality, in terms of non-technicality, in terms of people, in terms of places. So I'm a person who's adventurous. I like talking, I like exploring, I like communicating, knowing different aspects of different people. So yeah, basically all of this that you just talked about me is because I like to do all of these things.
So, you said that you are an explorer.
Yeah.
Yes. So, why did you choose engineering?
Because that's one of the requirement of Indian families to begin. Like, I am very much interested in space science, but and I was planning to go on PhDs and all before deciding that I'll do engineering. And then I met a lot of scientists and everything, and then I got to know that you don't get credit for what you do unless you reach a level, and that's the harsh reality. And being a person who works hard, I actually need appreciation if I work hard. So then I was like, no, I'm not doing this. I just cannot do this. And then engineering being field, it's like a field from where I can go to various domains. Again, I can explore. I have that availability to explore all of this because engineering as such covers a lot of aspects. So through that, if I want, I can change to a lot of domains. So that is a place where I have the availability to choose. That is why engineering was one of the choices instead of going for BSc or anything else, where my choices would be restricted.
So, rightly mentioned that appreciation is actually a kind of motivation.
Yeah.
So, yeah, everyone needs that motivation in life. So, if you are an explorer and that is why you came to this field, then how did you landed up in being an entrepreneur?
So entrepreneurship was never like a dream or something for me. It was like we started with a small hackathon. The team started with a small hackathon. We came up with a product. The idea of making it big and having an impact came into existence during our discussion, and then came EDC. That was the Entrepreneurship Development Challenge or competition in our college. So we decided that let's take it up. We'll try and see what are the perspectives of people regarding the product and how it can help. And Naidu sir is our mentor, SMM Naidu sir is our mentor since the beginning. So he said that if you win, you cannot go back. Then if you win, you have to have the startup, you have to go ahead and you have to explore. So we were discussing, and there was a lot of discussion, deliberation, everything over whether we should not. So our entrepreneur, like there are four of us. The company is like four pillars. So Yash is one of them. So he was like, he had this mindset of making something big since the beginning. So he was the pushing motivation or the pushing force for all of us that, let's do it. We'll see what happens. And when we discussed it with our parents and everything, so none of our, fortunately, because a lot of Indian parents have this in mind that no, you please focus on your education. All parents of all four of us were comfortable with the idea that okay, if you want to, you can try something new, go for it. So that is how we started the entrepreneurship journey, and from there a lot of experiences, then a lot of competitions, etc. came into picture.
Can you tell us more about what kind of product is it?
Okay, so first of all, I'd like to have a single statement, and that is failure is the first thing that you will accompany here, because you make something, you create a problem, and then you realize that it's not actually a problem for people you are thinking that it's a problem. So, for example, we started with a agricultural product. Then we realized that in an Indian market, that kind of product will have a requirement it requires a lot of recycling so that we can save money. After a lot of research, we got to know a Russian company is already working on that product. So we were very happy with the fact that actually we could think so big without any other motivation or anything. It was from scratch that we could come to this. But then we were also very disappointed that somewhere our research was less, because at the peakest time when we decided that now we want to entirely go into this, we realized that actually there's a company working on the same idea, same concept. And then because of governmental dependency for that product, it is still, we are still working on it, but it's like a sideline right now. We have kept it, when the government implements certain things, we'll bring it to the market. Currently we are working on the hospital management system, about which a lot of people know because of the startup surge that we had. And that is easier to work on currently because government has already implemented the Ayushman Bharat mission. So currently we are working on integrations of a lot of things to make healthcare a better sector.
So Palak, you mentioned that you were part of hackathon. Apart from these things and your extracurricular activities, were you involved in other committees or other clubs too?
Yeah, so to begin with, our first year was online. So I came in contact with our, like currently now they are pass outs. So I came in contact with Rohini and all of these people during an introduction session. And they were one of the motivations for joining these committees, because I could see how beautifully they used to handle everything and the experiences that they got. So during my second year, I was a promotions manager in GDSC, and Google Developer Student Club being a huge name, it was like that was one of the committees that I really wanted to be a part throughout. Like whenever I get an opportunity, I wanted that. Then I came across IEEE. I didn't know before what IEEE was, so I came across IEEE in the college itself. I was also part of IEEE. Initially in second year, because it was online, we didn't realize the importance of that. But when we started coming offline, when third year and fourth year required a lot of research papers, God, I'll tell you, a lot of research papers. So yeah, that time we realized that how important this IEEE and ACM and all of this were. As far as I can remember, GDSC was one of the committees where I was part for 2 years. First, I was promotions manager, then I was the co-lead. And for IEEE, I was in my second years. I was in a lot of committee. I think I was in ACM, then I was in Geeks for Geeks committee, then I was for IEEE, and then some more. And in my fourth year, I was a bit like, okay, I don't want to be part of any major committee, because when you take up such kind of role, there are responsibilities associated. And everybody in their fourth year is a bit deliberate. They're a bit confused or scared as to if you can handle that kind of pressure. So initially, so was I. So I didn't take part in any major committee or as a major lead or role or anything. But then came an opportunity from Adesh sir saying that, I require social media head, so please just make a team and come to me, I need your help. And because there was an ATA GTR event, so opportunity came to me, so I was like, okay, now we don't have much stress, so we can go for that. That was also a beautiful experience. ATA GTR, I was a part of it for 2 years, so that was also a very good experience to know about how many people are involved in such a big event, and what exactly is it that they are focusing and what impact they are trying to create. It's so beautiful, motivating, and the teamwork. I mean, because I'm busy with a lot of things, I don't remember sitting and talking to my computer department friends as such. There are very few friends that are like I'm in contact regularly. So that was the time where we could actually sit, talk, discuss. So that apart from managing that event, we also got a good time experience, and yeah, so that was it.
Okay, so you've been part of number of these committees and clubs, and you've participated in this social media thing also with ATA GTR. Okay, so Palak, I want to know that how these experiences have shaped you in your personal and your professional life.
So currently, in terms of professional life, my experiences are limited to entrepreneur professionalism, because I am not into a corporate world right now, apart from certain small internships. But in terms of overall picture of personality building, I would say the major things that these committee will teach you is uh, abiding the rules while having fun while working with your team. So that's like the shortest thing that everybody will experience. Every committee, there's a lot of work. you work together, or else you cannot just pull it off. So you work together, but while working, there are various ways people work. So some are very strict about their rules and they want everything perfect. Some are quite chill and they make sure that everybody does their work. So I personally feel that requesting doing work completely, in the sense ki okay, everybody works together, finish the works fast, and we can go have some fun. So that is the motivation personally I believe in, and then that is how I work. Even if I'm working with a team, so basically my motivation is like, bhai fatafat kaam khatam karo and then we'll go somewhere. So this is like the professionalism part is the teamwork, and if you're a leader, then you will actually learn how different people are supposed to be managed. It's not easy. Everybody has their own mindset, everybody has their own ego. Some might be like ha theek hai, some might actually take you seriously. So managing a team actually gives you a bigger experience as to how you're supposed to talk to whom. So that's an experience that require, like, that's helpful your whole life. In terms of personal building, confidence, leading capabilities, and communication. So these are the major aspects which improve while working in all of these committees.
Okay, and if I would need to ask you then, um, any important lesson have you learned while participating in these events?
Not just these events, but whenever, like, because of these events or because of entrepreneurship, your circle grows, your network grows. So the biggest lesson that I've learned throughout this is you're supposed to ignore certain point of views, you're supposed to ignore certain negativity to move forward. I've had a lot of people who come and tell me as to, somebody said this about you, somebody believes that you are this. So first thing that I would like to tell anybody and everybody who's working or trying to move forward in their lives, don't believe in people coming and telling you that some third person told something about you. Please don't do that. There are a lot of times relations, your friendship can affect. And the major thing is, please don't think about all of this. You just ignore this, because if somebody genuinely feels that you're going wrong, that person will have the guts to come and tell you that please don't do this, this is not right for you. And if you believe that they're right, please have an open mind to take positive criticism and have that changes made inside you. That is where, that's the lesson that you'll have to learn throughout, be it committee, be it hackathons, be it anything. So that's the personal lesson that I learned. Matlab, initially in the first year things used to affect me, but coming to the fourth year, I believe that a lot of negativity that I faced, and now it does not affect me. Like, my goals are clear and I know that what I have to do and how I have to do. I have good friends, like I have Ananya from Comp and other friends like Om from ENTC and all. So these people are the people I believe. So whenever and whatever they'll have for me, they'll come and tell me, and they'll fight for me also that no, you're doing this wrong, you have to do this in the correct way. So please believe on those kind of people. Don't break your friendships just because they're showing you the right path.
So wonderfully said that yes, our true friends tell us what is right and what is wrong, and we need to take that positive criticism, right? So wonderful. Palak, maybe in your entrepreneurship journey or in your college journey, you might have faced certain setbacks or challenges. How have you overcome them?
So time is the biggest friend. I mean, not friend. I don't have the word right now, but time makes everything possible. So initially, I don't know how many of the people who are listening to me might know. I've had a very bad allergy over my face in my initial third year. That was one of the places where my confidence was not enough for myself. Like, looking in the mirror or going for an exam, that was a place where I felt I was not confident. I felt quite scared, or I was like, how am I supposed to go with such look on my face? But again, during those times, biggest support for me were my family, and then for college purpose, it was my friends. So that was one of the setbacks. Another setback that I faced was because of a certain personal issues going on in my life, I could not focus on my one of my subjects because it was difficult rather. So I did not focus much because of my personal problems, and I've had one backlog in my entire engineering career till now. So that setback was very huge, because for a person who has never failed in terms of academics. But my parents were quite understanding in that terms. They realized that I was going through some personal issues, but there was only one warning, and that was, no matter how much you have faced in your personal life, you don't let your academics affect. Then other setbacks include some fights. Those are smaller setbacks which I can overcome in a day or two. But yeah, major setbacks for me are where my confidence level was not enough, because usually I'm not boasting, but usually my confidence levels are fine. I can work. Even if I'm scared inside, I have shown people that no, I'm standing strong. But that was the time where I couldn't do that. So yeah, these two, three are the major setbacks during my engineering.
Okay, so what I understand is, despite of having so many setbacks, you came out really stronger, and you have a strong support system too. So I want to understand, Palak, who is your biggest cheerleader in life?
So it's gonna be my mom, because more than a mother, she's always there for me as a friend. So even when we are having those difficult conversations of our life, our first statement is like, "Mummy, मैं आपको friend की तरह बता रही हूँ, okay? Don't take it as a mother." So she has been there throughout. Initially, whatever, be it an economical crisis in my house, be it my personal issue, be it any other thing that I'm facing, I can go and rant it out towards her. I can go and tell her anything, and whenever and whatever she has said for me about me has always come true. So she's like a person that I can just believe, like closed with my closed eyes. If she's saying please jump from here, I'm gonna do that. So yeah, because, and there was the confidence, as I mentioned, that my face allergy, she gave me the confidence ki kuch nahi hoga, just go, it's okay. If you have true friends, they're gonna be there for you no matter how you look. That kind of confidence, when I had my back, as I said, there was just one single warning, no punishments, nothing, because she realized ki if in her entire career till now she has not failed, and if she's failed right now, there's some other reason that is affecting her. She knew about my fights, she knows about my friends, she knows about everything and anything I do. And a lot of parents are quite strict towards their children, but my mom personally believes that until and unless you're not breaking my trust, I'm not gonna give a chance. I'm not gonna doubt you. When you break it, then I'm gonna doubt you. But until then, you can do whatever you want, because she's giving me the entire freedom that a lot of Indian family don't give their children. Like entrepreneurship also, there are a lot of people who are very scared about for their student, I'm so sorry, for their children, that they won't focus much on their career, because in their minds it will be all about money and growing and fame and everything. But my mom was very clear that even if you do very big in your life, in your startup, I want you to focus similarly on your career. You have to do this. So she helps me with my planning, she helps me with my confidence, she helps me to come back stronger, she helps me when I have negative energy around me. So she is my biggest support.
Also, like, wonderful to hear like how supportive parents are,
Yeah.
and especially your mom. She's been constant source of inspiration to you, I believe.
And in certain parts, like even though she's free, at the end she's my mother, so there are going to be certain parts where I'll be feeling a bit confused whether I'm supposed to tell her this or not. At the end I'm going to tell her that's fixed. She also knows it, I also know it. But in the phase of me telling her, and then before that I am facing a problem, again my friends are also a big support. Like during my phase, during my personal problems, I had Ananya, I had her throughout. Matlab, we don't talk regularly, we don't have regular chats or anything, but she won't come and tell me ki you don't meet me yaar, what is this. She is constantly like, "Arey, you have time now, now let's go, we'll come and go and have a cup of coffee." So please keep that kind of friends, because they are important. They understand that you are busy, they understand that you have a personal life, but they are there for you regardless of, you don't meet daily, or you don't give them time or attention. So have that kind of friend. So there, she was there. Then our group, like the one we are part of. So yeah, that is how. So have certain kinds of friends. Trust your family if you can, because nobody's gonna be bigger support than them.
So wonderful. I really like that friendship wala thing. It's important to have such kind of friendship where you do not talk with them regularly, but yes, you can go back to the time where you left that conversation and again restart the journey. So wonderful. I mean, I'm happy that you are blessed with such friends.
And so am I.
So Palak, what are your plans after graduation?
So, in terms of, if you would have asked me the same question few months back, it would have been that I am in desperate need of a job, because at the end, no matter how free my parents are, no matter how much supportive they are, there's this inner personality of your own that will be continuously telling you that, it's your time to support your family now. It's not, and as I mentioned, the first statement when we started, I'm the elder child of my house. So I would really like to take that responsibility. So currently, and my mom is very hell-bent that she wants to send me outside India for my masters. If not outside, she wants to make sure that I complete my masters. So considering all of these aspects, my current plans after graduation include taking a job, focusing on my startup side by side, and in coming 2 years, most probably I'll be going for my masters.
Okay. Any specific area when you?
I am a data science and machine learning enthusiast. I personally love doing that. And as much as I love doing these two things, I hate web development.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, I'm so sorry for anybody who is doing that. Please continue if you can. I just cannot tolerate those kind of codes where what that JavaScript is doing has nothing to do with in the front face. You cannot just realize as to what is happening. And the reason why I hate this is the reason why I love that. I can see what is happening, I can see the entire data, I can work with it. So it's like hours go through and I won't be bored while working on that. So a suggestion to anybody who's listening, please don't go behind your money or just because there's a requirement. Please also focus on what area of engineering actually makes sure that you are happy while doing that. Because in the coming years, you'll just be like, yaar, ye nahi ho raha mujhse, I'm done with this. But if there's a job or there's a domain that you'll actually enjoy doing, initially you might as well earn low. But in the coming years, you'll develop it on your own so much that earning will happen automatically because you enjoy doing that.
So enjoyment is the key. At the same time, focus on what you love and upgrade yourself, upskill yourself. I would say.
Just a point I would like to add. That does not mean that I don't do web development because it's a requirement. So you should know everything that is a part of your curriculum. But in terms of choice of your domain, as I said, do something that you enjoy doing.
So moving on towards our last question, what would you like to say to our viewers who are about to start their journey in engineering domain?
Personally, I think I covered whatever I wanted to say throughout this podcast. Another thing is, I like to thank everybody who's given me this opportunity to reach people so that they can learn whatever they can from my journey. The other thing I would like to specifically mention is like, nor engineering is the start, nor it's the end of your life. Please don't choose it just for the sake of choosing it. I was very particular that I wanted to choose engineering because it gives me a vast variety of options. And start focusing, when you start focusing a bit since the beginning, you don't have to focus much when the actual time where you have to show all of your skills come in. So please focus. I don't say don't enjoy. Of course, it's your college life. You will enjoy no matter who says what. And please do so. One of our years got wasted in online. So I know the trouble of not having that kind of time. But yeah, enjoy your life. Focus on things. Please focus on coding. And बाकी तुमको आदेश sir बता देंगे what you're supposed to focus on. So yeah, that's the main thing. Please focus on the things that are required. Side by side, have fun. The cultural activities, be part of that. Explore options that you might think can actually help you and you might enjoy. Especially in your first 2 years, have that exploration so that the next 2 years you can work on that. And mental stress is real. Please have that kind of conversation, difficult conversation with anybody you are comfortable with, because keeping it in mind or in your own self does not help. It will just increase and you will burst out. So it's way better that you have somebody, and if you don't have somebody, please make somebody who you are comfortable with to talk about all of this, because at the end your mental health has an adverse effect or positive effect on everything that you do. Enjoy hobbies, like as you mentioned, my hobby is dancing, so I particularly make sure that at least in a week 2 or 3 times I'll do that stupid dance of mine so that I'm happy. Have some physical exercises, don't just sit, because नहीं चलता है दिमाग यार ऐसे करोगे तो. You have 8 semesters to manage. So yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, thank you, Palak. It was wonderful talking to you. You literally gave us the insight which really worked for you, and definitely this would be helpful to our audience also.
I'd be so happy if even it's 1% of a contribution to anybody's.
Definitely. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
So friends, if you have enjoyed our today's show, like and share our video. If you want any information regarding engineering as a career, feel free to get in touch with us. You can email us or you can contact us through phone. We are here to help you out. You can see our social media handles running down the screen. So you can get in touch over there. Feel free to comment there. We'll definitely get back to you. So thank you very much. Have a good day.